Happy Saturday, everybody. It's Bernie and Lance coming to you again, as always. And just like something else that's always going to come at you, Google's rolling out a new update right now that they're testing, and we are working closely with each other and our customers to make sure that everybody's up to date and nobody tanks like they did with the Penguin update, Lance. Bam! Right down the chute.
It is going down. It is going down. This is going down like Tommy Terrific in the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
Taking down. The only thing that touched down in Miami for the Chiefs was the plane, baby.
It was the plane that was it, baby, and Pat Mahomes just under pressure.
Under pressure. This is the same thing. Make sure you don't get what's done to the Chiefs by Google. All joking aside, this is going to be a major update. Just as big as Penguin, Panda. It's not good. They're rolling it out. They're testing it out. We got a huge blog with every report about it.
Yeah.
It's going live this week. You might want to jump on it and read it inside and out. But we're going to give you some of the things they're talking about. First and foremost, they're talking again about page speed. Page speed.
Every day, page speed is one of the most important things.
And you want to make sure, and they're telling you what's coming, the first ping back.
Yeah.
They're literally telling to you, look at your first input delay and have that say, okay, but they're telling you how to fix it now too.
Yeah, which is good.
That's great. They're telling you how to fix it. HTTPS, it's amazing to me how many sites still aren't secure. It's basically
I had
stupid.
2 yesterday. One from a doctor that wasn't secure. It's crazy.
It's insane to me. That's one of the functions right now. Then also, just simple things, page experience, it isn't everything, but it is everything. And you got to pay attention to your page experience. And if it's bad and you have slow speeds and, you don't have a bunch of different call to actions on there and people can't understand it, you're going to fall off. And people say, well, I got my phone number there or my address. Okay, they're the basics.
Great.
What's separating you from someone else?
Yeah.
And when someone says to me about page speed, I'm like, page speed affects your bounce rate so much because people click and go off. I don't want to invest in a new site, but you're willing to invest $20,000, $10,000, or even $1,000 a month.
That's insane.
But you don't want to invest in making sure your site is better, produces more, and converts better for your advertising dollars.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Because that happens all the time. People would be like, yeah, I don't think I need a new website. Well, Google's telling you right here, you might not need a new site, but there's some things you might need to want to do to your website to make sure it's where it needs to be. And another one of those, Lance, is the calls to action. Separating those out, making sure it's a little different as opposed to being crammed together all on the same page, correct?
Absolutely. And I think another thing you got to look at is they're giving you back your visitor indicators saying, hey, what are they doing? What's going on with it? If you're not paying attention to that, you're going to fall off too. If you have visitors to your site that don't make sense and are not taking action, not doing anything, why would they keep bringing you back? They see the data. They know, are you giving people a good experience or bad experience?
Yeah.
Why would you not look at the data yourself,
They're making it
Bernie?
easy for you right here to tell you exactly what you need to be doing, unlike the other updates where it was like, you know what, Mr. Customer, you're effed. Everybody else is like this. But they're telling you right here. And
they actually put in there, if you have lack of engagement, you're going to be penalized.
That's bounce rate. People jump on there.
Bounce rate, they don't convert, they don't take a call to action.
So everybody out there who thinks they're getting all this traffic and they see this traffic, they think it's important, and they're not looking at how long people are there. They're going to.
If you don't look at the indicators of what people are doing, how it's happening.
Yep.
These are simple things that you could look at on your site on Google Analytics, and you could easily start cleaning up, just dump into the data. Most people just don't want to spend the time or energy to do it, Bernie.
Yeah, it's crazy. And you know what? Speaking of that, I think it's a good time to kick it over to our good friend, Mr. Blog Writer, Casey Quinn, so he can take us through some of these vitals and how to get through them.
I can only tell you, if you ever watch football, Bo knows, Casey Quinn knows.
Quinn knows.
Let's go. Take it away, Casey.
Hey, thanks for sending it over, Lance and Bernie. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Small Business Saturday, where we are giving you the actionable marketing tips to help improve your business's online presence every single Saturday. So, like Lance and Bernie said, this week we are focusing on the massive, and I repeat, massive update coming to Google Search in May of this year. And we want to make sure that you guys have got the tools in order to be successful and protect your search rankings on Google. Now, if your pages aren't really ranking too high right now, this page experience update coming in May is the perfect opportunity to steal some of your search real estate from your competitors. Now, we recently covered Search Console for beginners, showing you how to get your account set up and what you can do with the platform. But just as a refresher, this is an excellent platform for business owners to get an understanding of how their website is performing on the web. You can check out things like your sitemap, internal and external links, mobile usability. So right here on the homepage, you can see in the overview how your site's performing across the web, what your links are looking like, and then there's this enhancement area. Now, for today, we're just going to be taking a look at Search Console's newest feature called Core Web Vitals. And these are the ones that are going to be playing the most substantial role in this page experience update. So for these newest signals, you want to make sure that you're keeping track of them and making improvements wherever needed before this update rolls out in a few months. So to find the Core Web Vitals section, it's under the Enhancement tab right here. You're going to want to click into that. And as you can see, it's broken down between mobile and desktop. And as you can also see, is that there's totally different things going on with both of these different device platforms. The three main components of this Core Web Vitals is LCP, FID, and CLS. And each of them has a certain threshold that Google wants your site to hit in order to create that optimal experience for people that are landing on your site. First, we've got our LCP, or largest contentful paint. Now, this has to do with loading performance. With this signal, Google is saying that it wants the bulk of your site content to load in less than 2.5 seconds. Now, any longer than that, and you're going to need to make improvements in order to keep users from bouncing off of your site to a different source, and Google's considering that a bad experience if you have a high bounce rate. Now, the longer your page takes to load, the more likely those users are to bounce, and the probability of goes up exponentially. Next, you have your FID, or first input delay. And this is looking at your site's interactivity. So here what Google's saying is that it wants an FID score of less than 100 milliseconds from the time a user clicks or taps to interact with your page and how it's responding. And then lastly, and certainly not least, we've got CLS, which is cumulative layout shift. And this is dealing with visual stability of your site, meaning that if your site's content or call to action buttons are moving or jumping around as users trying to interact with them, like you can see in this example right here, they're going to have a bad experience. If they're going to check out and then realize that they want to go back and make changes to their order, and then they click go back and it puts their order through, now that's going to make a lot of people mad. And that's because the content is actually shifting on the page when they're taking that action. And you want to make sure that does not happen. So for each of these Search Console metrics in Core Web Vitals, Google is saying across both mobile and desktop devices, cumulatively, they want you to be in the 75th percentile. And I know that this might seem very foreign. It's new to a lot of people right now, but don't worry. We have a massive blog dropping this week that's going to give you all of the information you need to know about this page experience update, Core Web Vitals, what each of these three components of Core Web Vitals mean, and then how to secure your spot at the top of the search results once this all rolls out. And if you have any questions whatsoever, please do not hesitate to reach out to our experts. We are more than happy to help out. Have a great weekend, everybody. Back to you, Lance and Bernie.
Casey, insightful as always. Like you said, Lance, Mr. Quinn knows.
Listen, all joking aside, I know I like to laugh. I know Bernie likes to laugh and joke, but we take digital marketing serious here. Pay attention to this update. Run it through the tools. Get an audit. Even if you're a client of ours or not a client of ours, make sure you're paying attention. I mean, this is for everyone to get better. You got to know where you stand. And what the worst about this is, when this update happens and you get hit, it's very hard to rebound back compared to just change now and stop it from happening.
100%, Lance. So one more thing I want to end on here, everybody. Lance, is we got some new swag in the building here. So if you want a care package or some T-shirts, there's a number of nice sayings on the back of them. I'm not going to model them for you because this is for a strong guy. You want somebody better looking than me showing these shirts off. But hit us up if you want a care package. Don't forget to take a look at your Google. Make sure you're doing the right things online, and definitely hit us up if you need any help. Until next time, we'll see you.
Let's F and go, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please don't forget to follow me at Lance Bachman on Instagram and Twitter. Follow me on Facebook at Lance Bachman Digital. And every Thursday we drop a new podcast. Don't forget to listen to it. We're giving out great content. And remember this is the time to build your business right now. Let's F and go, everybody.